There's an old Dakota tribal saying that says, when you discover that you're riding a dead horse, the best strategy is to dismount. Well, there's a third question we ought to ask, and that is, should we try something different? That's what these men did. When they could not find a way to do this, they didn't keep trying to do the same thing, expecting different results. When they could not find a way to do this because of the crowd, they didn't blame the crowd. They went up on a roof, they lowered him on his mat, through the tiles into the middle of the crowd, right in front of Jesus. Do one thing different, which is what I see these men doing in this particular case. Just notice what isn't working, change the patterns in some small or some dramatic way to change your life. So why is this happening? Why are these people being so rude? Why won't they let us through? Why can't we get to Jesus? Well, those explanations may be helpful, and they give us an illusion of help by enabling us to understand why we have a problem, but not giving us a concrete way to actually solve that problem. These systems of explanation can lead to a victim culture. They could have gotten in the culture of blaming the crowd. That rude crowd, those rude people, those people won't let us in. The reason we can't help our friends is because those people, they're the problem. And we can get into a victim culture of blaming somebody else, and it's as old as the Garden of Eden. At any rate, these systems and explanations can lead to a victim culture in which we focus on damage done to them in childhood or in their current relationship or something somebody else did. The result is a tendency to blame others, again, as old as the Garden of Eden, and look outside ourselves for solutions. They could have done that. They could have said, these rude people, they need to get out of the way, and so on.